Konnichiwa.
Right on schedule.
I am pulling out one of my favorite builds from my war chest. It's called the Perfect Blend, and it is a very lethal striker hybrid that I originally made to solo legendary strongholds. Hit the like right now and comment Perfect Blend down below. Let's go. Like, I'm not worried about my trophies, guys. Like, we are trophied up. We got the golden bullet. Good. That shit runs so fast. That is clearing content quickly, I would say. So again, the concept of this is not a lot of movement, so you don't have to chase the enemies down, let your skills do the chasing, and just, you know, clear from a single spot. This build has an amazing time to kill all on its own. It doesn't need the golden bullet, but when it gets the buff, it's like huffing a bottle of nitro. You want to run this right now because with it, you will clear entire control points extremely fast with directives and from a single spot. So you can reap in those red stars and get yourself the best gear the game has to offer. This build wasn't originally built for this global event. It was made for solo legendary. If you like what you see, then check out the original build video. Link in the description area below. I made it in the build lab on Twitch, where all my builds are made and tested live with the community in unedited gameplay. Shout out to all the banditos and Tuxes Players Club for supporting the channel and the Division 2 community in all the ways that you do. To say thank you, I create extra builds like this one for Tuxes Players Club as member perks. You can find all of your member perks in this playlist at the top of my channel homepage. Make sure your notifications are turned on too. If you're not part of Tuxes Players Club, it's time you join this strong, positive community. Link here in the corner and in the description area below. Now, it all starts with the capacitor, which is a very good assault rifle for skill damage builds. What's nice about it is actually the mods. So it gives us 10% crit chance and 30% crit damage. That's a very nice mod. We also get weapon handling and 11 rounds. Now, it's got a nice base weapon damage, 805 RPM. So it's getting a pickup in RPMs from the striker set, 41 in the mag. We got damage to armor and health damage with a 1.6 second total reload. Very nice. This capacitance talent is giving us 60% more skill damage to both of our skills. And then we're getting 7.5% weapon damage to the weapon for every skill tier that we have. And we have 6 of those. So as you can see, I'm running 4 pieces of the striker gear set. Now looking at the mask, we're getting 50% handling, 15% rate of fire, which makes the assault rifle feel great. Striker's gamble, which is giving us 25% amplified damage. Now that's just to our weapon, but the idea of this build is to bring your weapon in balance with the damage that your skills are putting out, which is really hard to do with any skill build. And that's what we try to aim to do with many of our hybrids, is bring the weapon and the skill damage and the survivability all in balance. Okay, so as you can see, the formula is skill tier and crits. Crit damage and crit chance on the mask. The holster has skill tier with crit damage. The knee pads has skill tier with crit chance. And then the gloves has crit damage, but this one has weapon damage. And that's because we're running technician, which is giving us 10% more skill damage, 12% damage to robotics, which is great for legendary, and also an extra skill tier. So instead of running the skill tier here, I was able to put more weapon damage. Now you can put armor here, but you don't really need armor. You're really going to be holding your ground, and you got a very far reach with your assault rifle and your skills. So you're able to clear entire control points or legendary checkpoints from a single location or 1 or 2 locations. Now the backpack is the memento, which is sort of a no-brainer for many of the skill builds, not to mention hybrids. It's given us a red core, armor, and a skill tier. So that puts us at our 6 skill tiers. Then we got crit chance here. And then we are playing mostly into the long-term buffs, okay? So what we're really after with this is that skill efficiency. There's nothing better for a skill build than skill efficiency. That has everything. Skill haste, skill damage, duration, health. Health is really important, especially for legendary, because they're focus firing on your turrets and your drones. So health is something that you need, and this is giving you 30% skill efficiency, which includes that. We're also getting 3% armor regen when we're at full stacks, and 30% weapon damage when we're at full stacks, which is really important. So another buff to the capacitor. So this backpack alone is giving us 30% weapon damage and 30% skill damage from the skill efficiency, which is actually helping our build stay in balance because we're getting both. So you can put an armor core here if you want to, and if you did, you would get 20% bonus armor. Right now we're only getting 10% bonus armor on trophy, but again, we're not really moving too much out of cover, and most of that's because of the chest piece. So I recommended that you go with glass cannon on this build. You are playing from cover, and your time to kill is amazing. That glass cannon is going to buff your skill and your weapons. So yes, you're taking more inbound damage, but that's okay because your time to kill is really fast, and you got regen, so you got a little bit of recovery happening. And we got a skill tier and all crits on this. Okay, on to the skills. So the base weapon damage, now this is without the memento trophies and without the capacitor buff, is 74,857. That's also before the glass cannon buff. Okay, so that is a tier 6 skill. And then for the drone, it's 46,000, a little bit more than that, and it's also a tier 6. So we have 60% crit chance on the dot and 123% crit hit damage with 12% armor damage and health damage. Any capacitor build over 100% crit damage is going to feel great. And we don't have any armor on kill, but we will have 3% armor regen. So, you know, somewhere near 30,000 armor regen. Hey, Banditos, this build goes a very long ways beyond this global event. If you like top tier time to kill for heroic and legendary runs, then check out the original build video here.
Follow me.